Hello everyone and a very good evening. So before we straight away start the session, quickly let me know if I'm perfectly visible and audible to everyone out there or not. Quickly, just write in the chat window. Okay. R. Vikrant says good evening ma'am. Yes. Quickly post a quick thumbs up in the chat section below and I'll understand. Pavan says hi ma'am. Darpan, hi ma'am, I'm Aradhana. Yes. Okay. KR Gaming, Pavan Kumar is there. Vasya, good evening ma'am. Charvi, yes ma'am. Okay. Alright, so there is no glitch at all, so we can start the session straight away. So welcome to all in this wonderful session today. So my name is Khushbu and in this session we will take you through an analysis of our mock paper, wherein I'll be discussing some of the important questions in detail to get you concept ready. So sit back and take notes while I take you through the strategies to ace your term 1 exams with flying colors. Okay, so there are certain steps that you can take to make sure that you're well prepared to ace the exam. Let's go through them all one by one. So the very first step is to create a plan of action for covering the given syllabus on time. This is very important, right? And secondly, make sure that you follow the syllabus provided by the CBSE because it helps you to be more comfortable in attempting any kind of concepts, any kind of questions related to the concepts given in your book. So stick to your NCERT books for the concepts, I would say. And then comes the third step, which is to go through the sample papers provided by the board. These sample papers are very good for practice and this will also help you, it will make you aware of the different kind of questions that you might come across in the exam. And then comes the most important step, which is to go through the notes that you have prepared. Yes, because you can go through the important formulas, definitions and terms that you have prepared before the exam. And trust me guys, revision through these well prepared notes gives you a flashback of the syllabus, which is really helpful just before the exam. And once you have done all these things sincerely, you can ace any exam. Trust me. Now before we start off with the question straight away, let's just take a look at the date sheet provided by the CBSE. So your exams are starting on November 30th, right, which is social science. And then there is a day break. And then on 2nd December, we have science exam. 3rd December is home science. 4th December, that's mathematics. And Sunday is a day off, you can see, Sunday. And then 6th and 7th also. So you see that even CBSE gives you Sunday off, so take breaks. And 8th December is computer application, 9th is Hindi, and 11th December you have your English exam. So this is the date sheet that has been released by the CBSE. So now you can plan accordingly, like how you have to prepare for the exams. Alright, so without wasting any more time here, let's start off with the questions. So here is the first one. So this is the difficulty level meter on the top left corner of your screen that you would see in every question. Now this, if you see two greens over here, this shows it's an easy level 1. If you see yellows over here, that shows it's a moderate one. If you see orange and red, that means it's a difficult level question. Accordingly, you can prepare. Accordingly, you should know that how much time we have to devote on this kind of particular question. So let's start off with this question. So in the given factor tree, the value of x plus y plus z is. Now before I tell you how to solve this, I want you to report your answers to me, and those who do not know how to solve, they can follow me, they can work with me. Okay, so what we can see here is that this is basically nothing but, if you observe carefully, this is the prime factorization of a number, right? So we will be using the fundamental theorem of arithmetic to find out the values of x, y and z. Once we get that, we will simply add them up. Okay. So from here, I can say that 765 can be written as 5 times x, right? So this is 5 times x. So from here, I can get the value of x. So that is going to be x equals to 765 by 5, which is going to be equals to, once you cancel this out, you have 153. Liresh says Byju's is the best, helps us to understand concepts easily. Thank you, Liresh. I'm glad that you find it good. Okay. Maitri says Byju's is the best study partner. It plays an important role in my exam preparation. Thank you, Maitri. Bhavya says, really thanks for analysis 1. I can't register on the time. Thanks once again. Ujjwal, who else is premium user? Okay, all right. So we have got the value of x from here. Now I need the other values as well, y and z, right? So first of all, I'm going to find out z. Z can be written as 3 times 17, correct? So that means the value of z over here is going to be 51. That's really simple. Now we need the value of y also. And I can see that this x can be written as y times z. So I'll write here x equals to y times z. Now put the values that you already have. So we have got x, we have z. From here I can get the value of y, which is 153 by 51. We can simply cancel this out, right? And you get the value of y from here, which is 3. Now what we need to do is simply add all them up. So what we have here, x is 153, y is 3 and z is 51 over here. So once we add them up, what do we get? Yes, that's 207. That's the right answer for this question, right? So that means option D is the correct answer. That's 207. I can see that most of you have given the right answer for this. Yes. All right, let's move ahead. This was a very simple question. Okay. Now we have our next question and you can see that it's a moderate level one. So if k is the ratio of the roots of the polynomial x square plus px minus q, the value of k upon 1 plus k square is. So what we need here is that we have our polynomial, that is x square plus px minus q, right? And we have to find out the value of this k upon 1 plus k square. Now what is k here? K is basically the ratio of the roots of the polynomial. See, if you see in my sessions, I always tell you how to read the question, how to look for the keywords. Because sometimes it happens when you read a question, after that you go blank. You don't know what to do, how to start, right? So the keyword here is k is the ratio of roots of a polynomial. So if you talk about a general polynomial, that is basically ax square plus bx plus c, in that case also, what are the roots we have? We have alpha and beta. So k is basically the ratio of the roots of the polynomial. Alpha and beta are the roots. So ratio is going to be alpha by beta. This is k. Now what we need is, we need the value of this expression. I always tell you one thing, whenever the roots are mentioned, simply one thing that you need here is, you need the sum of zeros, that is sum of roots or sum of zeros, that is minus b by a. This is the general polynomial we have. Product of roots is going to be c by a. And this equation that you can see here, we are going to use that in this question. So I'll come back to this, I'll explain you this thing. Alright, so first of all, we know that this is the general form, ax square plus bx plus c is equals to x square plus px minus q, right? Now what we need from here is, first of all, I need the sum of zeros. I'll tell you why we need sum of zeros, why product of zeros is needed. So from here, sum of zeros is actually going to be minus p from this actual polynomial given to us. And product of zeros, if you find out, that's c by a, that's going to be minus q. Now we need to find out the value of this given expression, right? K, I told you, it's the ratio of the roots. I can write this as alpha by beta. Here as well, I'll write alpha by beta whole square, right? Simply when you solve this, what do we have here? We have alpha by beta and this is beta square. And in the denominator, I'm just simplifying this so that you know how we get this thing. We have alpha by beta and we have 1 plus alpha square by beta square. We will take LCM in the denominator and we have here alpha by beta. This is beta square plus alpha square by beta square, right? Now this will go in the numerator here. You get alpha by beta, beta square upon beta square plus alpha square, right? Now if you remember, in the session of polynomials, I told you this thing, that how we can replace this. Because you see, from here 1 beta and 1 beta will get cancelled out. So in the numerator, I'll have alpha beta. What about the denominator? I do not have the value of alpha square and beta square. I do not have the individual values of alpha and beta. So what I'll do here is, we know one thing, that alpha plus beta whole square is actually equals to alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta, correct? From here, I need the value of alpha square plus beta square. So simply I'll write this as alpha square plus beta square equals to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, right? This is what I have substituted here, you can see. Now, this becomes very simple for us. All we have to do is substitute the value of alpha beta, which is q, alpha plus beta, which is minus p, and alpha beta here as well, which is minus q over here, correct? Let's put all these values over here, and what do we get then? Once I substitute it, we have minus q in the numerator, minus p square here, minus 2 times minus q over here, right? So we get at the end minus q, minus p square would give you positive p square, Minus minus is plus, plus 2q, and that's the value of the final expression over here, right? So that means it matches with option B, which is minus q upon p square plus 2q, and that's the right answer for this question. So you see, there is nothing difficult in this question, right? So you just have to read the keywords and the basic concepts. Polynomials is one chapter where there is very few concepts in this chapter, right? The sum of zeros, product of zeros, or what we would do is we would just frame the polynomial, right? So simply by putting those values here, we got the answer, which is option B. All right, so let's move ahead to the next question, and we can see that this is a moderate level one, right? The number of polynomials with zeros 6 and 4 are 1, 2, 3 or infinite. So zeros are given. We have to find out how many polynomials it can form. So we know that for a general polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c, alpha and beta are its roots. Alpha and beta are its zeros, right? So how do we form the polynomial in that case? That's x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta equals to 0, correct? So here, what do we have? We have alpha beta as 6 and 4, right? Correct. Alpha beta is 6 and 4 over here. Using this, we would form the polynomial. So this is the required formula that we have. And k is what here? K is basically a constant. Remember this thing. K is a constant here. It can take any value. Okay, now I'm going to substitute here alpha as 6 and beta as 4. Maitri says, first I thought this is a very difficult question, but now it seems to be very easy. Thank you. Thanks, Maitri. I'm glad that you understood this. All right. So I have just substituted the values here. What will it become? This is x square minus 10x plus 24. So that means it will have only one polynomial can be formed. Yes or no? No, right? Because see, this k, I told you in the beginning, it's a constant. It can take any value. It can be 1. If it is 1, we have x square minus 10x plus 24. If it is 2, it becomes 2 will be multiplied. So 2x square minus 20x plus 48, right? If it is 3, it becomes 3x square. I mean, it's not that we have to take only positive values. It can be negative, it can be fraction, it can be anything here, any real number, right? So what we are doing here is simply I am multiplying with k. That means it can take infinite values. Infinite polynomials would be there. That means option D, infinite, is the right answer for this question. Yes, Deepak, k can take any value, absolutely. Some students are writing option B. How come it is B? How are you getting option B? Because k can take infinite values over here. So infinite polynomials can be formed. Papia says it's B. No. See, k over here, as I said, the actual polynomial that we got was 10x square minus 10x plus 24. Now this was multiplied with k. Let's say, if k is 2 over here, so this will be multiplied, right? If this is multiplied, we get 2x square minus 20x plus 48. Let's suppose if k is, let's say 10, so it's going to be 10x square minus 100x plus 240, right, Papia? I hope all of you have understood this thing, right? Right? So that means there can be infinite polynomials that can be formed with these two zeros. All right. Let's move ahead to the next question. And we can see that this is a very easy question. Which of the following pair of lines are inconsistent? And you have 4 options over here. Okay, let me tell you one thing. See, only one option can be correct, right? So once we get the right answer, we won't check the other options in that case, right? This is the best part of an MCQ exam, I would say. So we are talking about the pair of lines that are inconsistent. What is inconsistent here? So we know that the lines would be inconsistent. For inconsistent pairs, A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. See, these kind of things you should know. This is important to solve such questions. And it is already given in your NCERT book. Yes. So first we will start with option A. Okay. So here we have the two equations. The general form of linear equation in two variables is basically A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0. A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. And this is the actual equations given in the question. From here, if you compare, we get the values of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. A1 is 2, B1 is 6, C1 is minus 7, A2 4, B2 12, C2 14. Okay, we have already started giving the answers. Okay, wait, let me complete this question, then we'll get back to this. So we have these values. Let's check the ratio. So what we see from here is A1 by A2 is actually 2 by 4, right? And we can see that it's equals to 1 by 2. B1 by B2, if you check, it's actually 6 by 12. That's also 1 by 2. C1 by C2, when we check, it's minus 7 by 14. That's minus 1 by 2. So that means A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. That means the given pair of lines that you can see here are basically inconsistent. So option A, yes, is the right answer for this question. Now here, since we got the answer, we won't be checking the other options, since only one answer can be correct, right? So I can see that Deepak says A is not answer. A is the answer, obviously. A is correct, yes. Papiya says A, yes. Anchana says A. Yes, absolutely. A is the right answer for this question. Okay, let's take a look at the other one. And we can see that this is an easy one, but it's a very good question. If point P3, 8 lies on the line segment joining A 2, 10 and B 6, 2, then let's draw a rough figure, right? Because it becomes easier to understand then. This is A, and this is B. A is 2, 10 and B over here is 6, 2. P is lying on this line segment. I don't know where it is lying. Maybe P is here, maybe it's here, maybe here. I don't know where it is. Let's just draw it anywhere on this line. So P is 3, 8, right? Now we have to look for the correct option from here. So what are we trying to find out actually, right? Just by looking at the options, we don't understand what are we looking for. So if you check all these options one by one, this is what? If I take AB to the other side, this becomes AP upon AB equals to 1 by 4. So AP is to AB is 1 is to 4. Ratio is given if you see. If you check option B, that's AP by BP. Nothing is left on the right side. So it's 1 is to 1. Again, ratio of AP is to PB is given over here, right? Okay, Papiya says plot in graph. See, these kind of questions, you don't need to plot them on graph. It's not required. Just by using the formulas, we would get the answer. So AB by BP, now again the ratio is given. It's between AB and BP. And here it's AP by AB is equals to 1 by 3. Just listen to me carefully. See, in all these options, what can we see here? We see that the ratio is given. That means we have to find out the ratio in this question. So this is clear what we are going to find out here, right? Okay. So to find out the ratio, which formula do we use? Which formula do we use to find out the ratio? Quickly write in the chat window and tell me. To find out the ratio, which formula do you use? Yes. Yes. I don't want the answer first. I want you to give me which formula, what concept can we use here to find out the ratio. Since this point P, section formula. Umama says section formula, Rahul, Surya, Disha, absolutely. So to find out the ratio, we will use section formula. That's mx2 plus nx1 by m plus 1, m plus n, comma m by 2 plus n by 1 by m plus m. This is the section formula we have. This is the rough figure that we created, right? So let's suppose if this is x1 by 1, this is x2 by 2, right? And this is your coordinate x comma y. By applying the section formula, just substitute all the values here, right? That's going to be 3 equals to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, correct? Because we equate the x coordinate with the x coordinate, y coordinate with the y coordinate, right? Let's just put all these values here and what do we get? We get 3 times m plus 1 equals to 6m plus 2n. Simplify this and we have n equals to 3m over here, right? So that means we have the ratio here. What is the ratio? Ratio in this case is going to be m by n would be 1 by 3. M by n is 1 by 3. So we have AP by PB. Now let's match with the options. Which of these options does our answer is matching? Okay. AP by PB. This is what? This is AP by AB equals to 1 by 4. It doesn't matches with this. This is AP by PB equals to 1 is to 1. What we saw here, it's 1 is to 3. So definitely this can't be our answer. Eliminate the options which you think cannot be the answer, right? Then we have AB by BP equals to 4 by 1. See, this can't be our answer. Reason being, I have AP here, I have PB here. We cannot change both of them. So this also cannot be our answer. Now here we have AP by AB equals to 1 by 3. So only these options you see, definitely our answer can be from these two. If you see here we have AP, here also we have AP. So AP is already there. And here we have got PB, but in the answer we have AB. So I have to change this PB to AB. If you remember, in this session of coordinate geometry, I explained you this thing, that when you see that one of the things is same, like AP here is same, AP has to be kept, PB needs to be changed. So what do? We take the reciprocal first. Why we take the reciprocal? Because when you take the reciprocal, you add something to it, then denominator remains the same but numerator changes. So I'll add 1 over here and 1 in the ratio as well. What is the ratio? Ratio is 1/3. So here we get PB plus AP. I'm solving here to show you. So PB plus AP, from the line segment it's going to be AB by PP. AP by AP. But in both the options we have AP by AB. So I'll change it. I'll take the reciprocal. And what do we get here? AP by AB. That's equals to 4, right? So that means our answer, if I take this AB to the other side, right, this will become what? We have here AP by AB equals to 1/4. That means AB by AP is going to be 4/1, right? So that means it matches with option A, which is AP equals to AB by 4. I can see the answer, Siddharth A. Shivani says D. It will not be D, because here in D we are getting 3, right? But when you take the reciprocal, let me show you. See Shivani, this is 1/3, right? We took the reciprocal, it became 3/1, right? 3/1 is what? 3/1 plus 1. It's basically 4/1, right? So AB by AP is 4/1. That means AP by AB would be 1/4, right? So from here, if I cross multiply this, what do we get here? We get AP is equals to AB by 4, right? That means option A is the right answer for this question. Pramod says A, Pavan A, Kinsey A, Kavi, Chandra A. Absolutely. Prasun, Shivani says okay ma'am. Alright, so everyone has understood this. Anjana says, ma'am, can you please explain once more? See, what we have done here is, we had the line segment, right, which is this one. So we use the section formula because we knew that we are finding out the ratio. Once we use the section formula, you get n equals to 3m. That means here m by n, if you find out, that's going to be equals to 1/3. But if you check all these options, we are left with only 2 possible options over here, which is A and D. That means the ratio is in between AP and AB. To convert PB to AB, we had to take the reciprocal, right? Because whatever you need in the answer, that has to be in the denominator, right? Okay, so once you add that, so what we can do, simply we add 1 on both the sides and we get AP equals to AB by 4, right? I hope now it's clear to all of you, right? So option A is the right answer for this. Now let's move ahead. So we have our next question and you can see it's an easy one. So triangle DEF is similar to triangle ABC. DE is given, that's 6 centimeter, EF is 10 centimeter and FD is 5 centimeter. AB is 4 centimeter. You have to find out the triangle, perimeter of triangle ABC. These are the 2 triangles we have, yes, and we have mentioned the side lengths over here as well. Alright. So what we will do is, we know one thing, that triangles are similar, right? So if you remember the property, when triangles are similar, then their ratio of their perimeters is equal to the ratio of their corresponding sides. That means the perimeter of DEF by the perimeter of triangle ABC would be equal to DE by AB, EF by BC, FD by CA, ratio of their corresponding sides, right? It only happens when triangles are similar. Remember this thing. So these are the triangles that we have, right? And this is what I told you just, right? So here DE, if you see DE is 6 and AB is 4, right? I'll just put here 6/4 and perimeter of DEF is nothing but that's the sum of all the sides. So I have added up all the sides, DE plus EF plus FD. What do we have here? We have 6 plus 10 plus 5, right? On simplifying this, what do we get? We get 14 centimeters. That's the perimeter for triangle ABC. So that means this should ideally be option D. Papaya says A, Pramod says A. How come it's A? Kenzie says it's B. How can it be B? See, perimeter, if you add all them up, add all these sides up and we will get 14 centimeter at the end. That would be the answer, right? Yes. Okay, Siddharth says it's D. Yes. Pavan, Pratik, it's correct, it's D. Yes. Nagaj says it's D. Okay. Okay, you want me to explain it again, right? Okay. See, what we say that when triangles are similar, then the ratio of their perimeters, you take the ratio of their perimeters, that would be equal to the ratio of their corresponding sides. So perimeter means nothing but sum of all the sides. We have added all these sides up over here, right? So once I add all them up, and here we have got 6 by 4, right? If I take this perimeter ABC to the other side and this 4 by 6 to the other side, it becomes, 6 by 4 to the other side, it's basically you take the reciprocal in that case, right? So then you would get, finally you simplify this, you get 14 centimeter at the end. Yeah, Niyati says it's D. Yes, Hiral says 14. Yeah. Shivani says it's D. Absolutely. That means option D is the right answer for this question. That's 14 centimeter. Okay. Let's take a look at the next question. And this is also a simple one. Yeah. Okay, so sin A cos B plus cosec C cot B plus tan C cos square B by sin A sin C. You have a right angle triangle that you can see here. Okay, so 4 options are there. I don't have the values of the angles except angle B. So we will use angle B to find this out. See, this is a very simple question. All you have to do is, we know that here cos B is, this is 90. This angle B is 90 and here we have 90 degree angle, right? Only angle B is 90. Wherever angle B is there, so we have cos and cot with them, right? Cos 90 is what? That's 0. What is cot 90? That is also 0. Let's put these values here. So cos 90 is 0, cot 90 is 0, cos 90 is again 0, right? So what do we have here? 0 plus 0 plus 0, that's going to be 0. And in the denominator, what do you have? Sin A by sin C. Don't need to write that because 0 by something is going to be 0 only. So correct answer. Yes, all of you are writing 0. Correct option is B, which is 0 in this case. Tushar, Nagaj, yes, answer is 0 over here. So this was a very simple one, right? Okay, let's take a look at the next one. And this one you can see, this is a difficult one. Let's see how simply we can solve this question. So 3 circles, each of radius 7 centimeter, are placed in such a way that each one of them touches the other 2 externally. The empty area enclosed between the circles is use pi equal to 22 by 7. It's a good question. Yeah. So here 3 circles are touching externally. You have to find out the empty area which is enclosed between, that I'm highlighting with green. This area we need to find out. Let's do one thing. All 3 circles have a radius of 7 centimeter. That means all 3 circles over here are congruent, right? Let's join their centers. So once I join their centers, you can see a triangle is formed, right? Now this is the center of this circle and this is the boundary for the circle. Radius is 7 centimeter, right? Similarly, for this circle also, the radius is 7 centimeter. This radius will also be 7 centimeter, correct? This will also be 7 centimeter. From this is the center, this radius is also 7, this radius is also 7. That means if you look at the side of the triangle, what is it? It's 14 centimeter, right? And all the sides are equal, I can see. So that's an equilateral triangle, right? So the triangle formed by joining the centers of congruent circles is equilateral. Now we have this information. The triangle is equilateral over here. So what I'll do is, we have this triangle. So from this triangle, if I subtract these 3 sectors, correct? What will I get? If I subtract them, I'll get this yellow region, the empty region which is enclosed between the circles, correct? So we know that area of sector is theta by 360 into pi r square. Area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. So first of all, let's find out here the area of the triangle, right? Triangle is equilateral. So these angles are also going to be 60 degree, correct? So let's suppose that the side of the triangle is A and radius for the circle is r. So that's twice of r, right? Because this was r, combinedly it became twice of r. Correct. So it's 2 times 7, that's going to be 14 centimeter. That's the side of the triangle. Alright. So let's find out the area of triangle from here. Since it is equilateral, we are using the formula root 3 by 4 into side square. Side is 14 square over here. Let's simplify this. You would get 49 root 3 centimeter square. That's the area of triangle in this case. Yes. Prasoon says, I'm getting D, is it correct? Prasoon, we will come to the answer. Let's first solve it. So this is 49 root 3 centimeter square. We have the area of triangle. Now I need the area of sector. That's theta by 360 into pi r square. We know theta over here is 60 degrees since it's an equilateral triangle for all of them, right? It's going to be 60 degree. Pi r square, radius over here is 7, right? This is radius. That's 7 over here. So let's put the values. Pi is 22 by 7. This gets cancelled. We have 1 by 6, right? On simplifying this, we get 77 by 3 centimeter squares. Mrudula, area of sector 77 by 3. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Now what we have to do here is we have the area of sector. So from the area of triangle, I'll subtract the area of 3 sectors. Remember this thing. 3 sectors are there, right? So let's put the values here. This 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. What will we get? 49 root 3. Root 3 is 1.732. So the approximate value that we get from here is, from 49 root 3 is 84.87. So from this 84.87, if I subtract 77, we get 7.87 centimeter square, and that would be the area of this enclosed region over here, right, which is your option D in this case. So you see that initially this question looked tricky, right, and this is a difficult one, you can see, but we solved it so simply. Yes, Aditi says it's D, absolutely. 7 Liresh 7.87, Rudra option D. 7.8, yeah, 7 point, because you can see from the options. Surya 38.5. How come it is 38.5? Akhil, it's D. See, 38.5 is not even in the options also. What you have to do here, remember that you have to multiply the area of sector with 3. Then we are subtracting it. And 49 root 3 is basically 49 times 1.732. Mrudula, yes, I'm explaining the last part here. That 49 root 3 would be 49 times 1.732. You would get an approximate value from here. That's 84.87, right? 3 will get cancelled out. We have 77 over here. Subtract it, you would get 7.87 centimeters square. Okay, by mistake you have written 38.5. No. Okay. Shivani, yes, I'm explaining it one more time, that from the triangle, area of triangle, because each one of them are of 7 centimeter radius, correct? So the side of the triangle became what? It became 14. It became an equilateral triangle, right? Now when the triangle is equilateral, we know the formula. It's root 3 by 4 into side square. You simplify this, you would get 49 root 3, right? That's the area of triangle. Now to find out the area of sector, we use the formula theta by 360 into pi r square. From there, on simplifying, we were getting 77 by 3. That's the area of sector, right? Area of sector is 77 by 3. Then I multiplied that with 3 since we need the area of 3 sectors to be subtracted. So you multiply with 3. This 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. You have 49 root 3 minus 77. So 49 root 3 would be 84.87. Mukesh says how it is 84.87. You multiply that 49 with 1.732. You would get an approximate value. That's 84.87. Right? Liresh, we don't need the answer in meters. See the options, they are in centimeters, right? So we need the answer in centimeters in this case. Hiral says it's easy peasy. Yeah? Prasoon, ma'am, I got correct. You solved so easily. I got it easily. Great. Alright, so our answer is 7.87 centimeters square, right? Which is option D. Alright, so I hope that it's clear to all of you now how we are getting this answer. Now let's move ahead. So you can see that this question is a difficult one, but we will solve it easily. Let's see that. So two customers, A and B, are visiting a particular shop in the same week, Monday to Friday. Each one of them is equally likely to visit the shop on any of these days. The probability that both will visit the shop on consecutive days is. See, here we are talking about two customers, A and B. So they are visiting the shop on the weekdays only, Monday to Friday, right? And each of them is visiting the shop, can visit the shop on any of the days, right? There is no restriction. The probability that they will visit the shop on consecutive days, right? What do we mean by consecutive days? That means the one after the other. Consecutive means that comes one after the other. Like Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Wednesday, like this. All right. Okay, so what is the formula of probability? That's number of favorable outcomes upon number of all possible outcomes. Okay. Let's first find out the total possible outcomes in this case. Since they are visiting the shop from Monday to Friday, let's suppose that A visits the shop on Monday, B also visits the shop on Monday, correct? Because it is given that each one of them is equally likely. That means they have equal chances to visit the shop on any of these days. Okay. Hiral says this one is tricky. No, it is not. You would find, at the end, you would find that it was very easy to understand. So we are creating the sample space first. That means the total possible outcomes that we have. It's possible that both of them are visiting on the same day. Maybe the A would visit, customer A visits on Monday, customer B visits on Tuesday. Maybe customer A goes on Monday, customer B on Wednesday, maybe Monday, Thursday, maybe Monday, Friday, right? So what we are doing here is, we are assuming that customer 1 is visiting the shop on Monday here, and customer 2 is changing the days, right? Customer B is changing the days. Okay. Now in the second one, let's assume that customer A is going on Tuesday and customer B goes on Monday. Customer A goes on Tuesday, customer B also goes on Tuesday, like this: Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. Similarly, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, 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 Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. Similarly, let's keep Thursday as it is. Then Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, 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 Friday. Similarly for Fridays as well. Now, if you see the total number of outcomes, there are 5 elements in the first row, right, in one row, and 5 elements in one column. So simply it's 5 cross 5, that's going to be 25. So the total possible outcomes that we have here is 25, right? Okay. So 25 possible outcomes are there. Now I need to find the favorable outcomes. We have to find out the probability that both visit the shop on consecutive days, one after the other, right? Like, let's suppose customer A visits on Monday, so the other customer visits on Tuesday. One goes on Tuesday, another one goes on Monday. Consecutive days you have to pick. Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday and Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday. All these are consecutive days, right? Okay. So simply we can say that these are our favorable outcomes, right? So here these are the favorable outcomes that we have. So number of favorable outcomes in this case is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 favorable outcomes are there in this case, right? So let's just find out the probability favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes here. That's going to be 8 upon 25. Yes. Niresh, 8 by 25. Kinsey, Shivani, Pavan. Yes, it's B. Aryan, option B, absolutely. So 8 by 25, option B is the right answer for this question. You see, initially, like you were saying, this is a tricky one, but it was solved very easily, right? Just have to create the sample space and then you can look for the favorable outcomes from there. Yes, Preeti, Papia, MCL 4 science, it's 8 by 25. Yes. All right. So let's take a look at the next question we have. So this is a moderate one. Yeah. The HCF of 5544 is 2 to the power A times 3 to the power V multiplied by 7 to the power C multiplied by 11 to the power D. The value of A plus B plus C plus D is. So that means I need the value of A, B, C and D to find this out. Correct? Okay. So what we can do here is simply it is mentioned the HCF. The hint is already there, right? So we are finding, we will do the prime factorization of this number first, of 5544. So that's 2 times 2772, that's 5544. Then we simply 2 times 1, 2 times 3, 8 and 6, you get 2772, right? Just do the prime factorization. So here we get 693 and yes, this is the prime factorization for this number. Okay. Now that we have done the prime factorization, we can see that 2 is coming 3 times, that's 2 to the power 3. 3 is coming twice, that's 3 to the power square. 7 is coming once, that's 7 to the power 1. 11 is coming once, that's 11 to the power 1. Okay. And if you compare it with this given one, what we see here is that here 2 to the power A, this is 2 to the power 3. That means A is going to be 3 over here, right? This is 3 to the power B, that's 3 to the power 2. So B is going to be 2 over here. 7 to the power C, 7 is 1, so C would be 1. 11 to the power D, so D here is going to be 1. We have the values. Simply I'm going to add them up. 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Yes, that's 7. Shivani, Liresh, Anmol, Sarbjeet, MCL 4 science. Yes, option C. which is 7 is the right answer for this question. Absolutely. Awesome. Yes, Disha, 7 is the right answer. Aditi, Mrudula, yes. So this was the last question of today's session, but this is not the end. So we have lined up many more sessions for you to make you exam ready from Monday to Friday. So we have the next session, which is on science mock analysis. That is on November 9th, which is Tuesday at 4 p.m. sharp. So stay tuned. Now, before we end this session, I would like to give you some general tips before the exam day. Right, so let's go through them all one by one. So do not look at any new topics at the final day. You're only going to get confused in that case. And revise whatever notes that you have prepared, because these notes tend to be extremely fruitful just before the exam day. See, you won't have that much of time to, read the entire book again. So these notes are really, really helpful in that case. And be relaxed and cool and eat well and take proper sleep, I would say. Don't get stressed out. And some tips for the exam day. So, be careful while filling the OMR sheet. Do not scrap the OMR sheet and don't get stuck on a particular question. If you feel that, I don't know how to solve this question, I'm not sure of this question, or it's time consuming, leave that question, move ahead. Alright, and keep an eye on the time, because you would have only specific time to complete the paper. It would be even only 90 minutes, right? I know that's a lot of information to grasp, but don't be stressed out, and we wish you all the very best for your exams. So I hope that this session was informative for all of you. You enjoyed this session with me. I'll see you soon in the next class. Until then, be curious, keep learning. Thank you.